Y'all, Shelby here. I'm gonna start some lettuce seeds today. So y'all might call me crazy, and if y'all would see this greenhouse, it is flopping all to pieces. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I've got some work to do on the greenhouse, so if you hear it flopping around, I'm so sorry. But we are in the process of putting together some new raised beds that we don't have together quite yet. So I can't start mini seeds right now, but what I thought about doing, I got this planter on sale at Lowe's, and I thought we're still getting some pretty cold temps at night, and I'm reserving all of my raised beds that I've already got around the house. I'm reserving those for some cut flowers around the house. So I don't want to plant any cold weather stuff in those beds right now, just because I'm saving those for all of my early flowers and just flowers in general. So I'm going to try to work on amending those beds. But I got this on sale, and since we're still having some cold temps at night, I had all of my salad greens and spinach and everything in my raised bed that was right outside the door. Well, when the snow came a couple weeks ago, it killed it all. So I thought, I'm going to get smart, and I'm going to plant all of my salad greens in this planter, and I'm just going to put it on the back porch. That way, if they're calling for below freezing, I can put it up close to the house and not worry about, hopefully, the cold weather killing it, because usually, like the greens and the kales and stuff, they usually do pretty good in the cold, but I didn't have any frost protection over it, so, yeah, they're gone now. So I wanted to plant some lettuce seeds with you and just kind of show you how I do things. I don't know if you can see this behind me. I just had some Miracle Grow, just some all-purpose garden soil. So that's what I'm going to be using. If you're going to be starting seeds, some people say it's important to start with like a seed starting mix. Honestly, I just use whatever I have on hand, and I always have. Usually it's what's cheapest, but you do whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this up with some soil, and then we're going to get some water on this and then start planting our seeds. Okay, sorry, that took a whole lot longer than what I expected. But this is, it's got a few pieces of mulch in it, but I don't know if you can see kind of how that is. It's not really too fine, like it's got some big pieces of mulch in it. And I'm not really all that worried about it. If I find a big piece of mulch, usually I just won't put that, I like move it out of the way from my little seeds. So honestly, that I feel like is pretty decent. It's not the best for starting seeds, but it'll work. So believe it or not, this soil is actually pretty wet. That's why it took me so long to fill this up. So I'm probably not even going to put any water on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my seeds. I have lots of different greens that I could plant, and sorry y'all, this sun is like really messing with me right now, but this is like the only time that I can come out here after work that it's still daylight. So I think I may do some kale. I've got 3 different kinds of kale. I've got the purple kale, which I have never been able to successfully sprout and grow, so I'd really like to do that. But I've got some planted in a little planter, but it didn't come up, so we'll see. I've got the blue curled and the, I guess they call that the lacinato cabbage, or, yeah, whatever that is, the dinosaur kale, I guess. And it's really good. Some of that is still going that I'm hoping I can save, so I'm probably not going to do any of that. My spinach actually survived the the cold, so I'm not going to sow any more of that. I got a free seed packet from Botanical Interest. I think I'm going to save that to direct sow. So what I'm thinking about doing is I really like this Parris Island lettuce, so I think I'm going to do some of that. I may do some of the Little Gem from Baker Creek. I don't think I'm going to do any of that. None of that. I would do some chard, but it usually gets really big. So I'm probably going to do some of this like burgundy lettuce. And that's probably going to be about it for this. I may try some of the kale just to see if this comes up. But for the most part, all of these lettuces are really small. You can get some seeds that are like pelleted. I know you can get carrot seeds that are pelleted. I don't get the pelleted seeds just because it's a little more expensive, but I don't know if y'all can see that. That's really, really tiny, so we kind of have to be careful. I don't want to crowd too much in here, so I'm going to turn you down so you can see this and see kind of how I do it. I'm going to try to be precise with this so it looks neat and pretty, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. Okay, so apparently my camera got too hot and it cut off out here in the greenhouse because it's about 70 out here and the sun's kind of beating down. Obviously, you can see on my face. So what I did was I just went ahead and planted and kind of buried everything down in there, just covered it up lightly, just kind of ruffled everything up. I didn't add any more. And thinking about this soil now, I think it is a little bit too dry, so I may put just a little bit of water on it, but I'm going to take this up to the porch and water it and set it up there, and that's probably where I'm going to try to keep this, is just up on the porch. So we'll see what happens with it. Fingers crossed we get some good germination and maybe have some lettuce soon.